I know where there's some, right here in the hall, clerk.
No, Molly, I have no.
Hello and welcome back to Fibber's Closet and our next project. This is a bit out of the ordinary for me. I've never done one of these guys. I know there are lots of channels that have and done them quite well. In particular, Miguel's Electronics Old and New YouTube channel. I think he did one of these fairly recently, and believe me, I'm going to be checking in on it. This is a Zenith TransOceanic. It's a transistorized set. It's a bit the worse for wear. The antenna is shot, kind of gone. It's missing some decorative piece here, which I'll have to try to recreate. It's quite dirty. But it's the real deal. It's the whole deal right here. This is a kind of a special radio. This was a radio that was owned by a friend of mine who passed away a couple of years ago, and his wife asked if I would get this running. Rick bought this, but never got it running. Never tried to get it running. I think he just had the idea that it was something he wanted to do in the future. But the future didn't happen for him. It's had its power cord not only cut off, but mangled too. So I don't know what's going on with that. It's all here. The pull-out for the logs and charts here is a bit dicey, but it's in there. I wonder if anybody's ever seen one of these. Yeah. Well, anyway, it's in there. Compass is corroded into place. This dial here is really wavy. I don't know if it was supposed to be wavy or not. I suspect not, since all the rest of it is fine. It's just this one channel VHF here. VHF and FM are really wavy. I don't know if you can get a new one of those or not. I've never done one of these. It's going to be an adventure for me. There's the map light that's bending its own metal. It's dirty, it's corroded, it may not be restorable, but we'll see. I did buy a set of commonly used capacitors from childhoodradio.com, so I can recap it easily. I have the ones on hand. I will have the ones on hand I need. And they have instructions on here and a set of schematics and so on. Audio chassis components. Wow. So they tell me where all the parts are. And the set of schematics for it. Quite the opposite of the last radio I just did, which I didn't even refer to a schematic for. So this will be an interesting job. To the service technician. I love it. There are chassis removal instructions. There are dial-out replacement instructions. Battery level meter adjustments. That's right, it has a battery level meter right there. So a pretty decent set of documentation that came with this, all from Childhood Radio. This says the kit contains an illustrated copy of the original Zenith service manual and all necessary electrolytics, so on and so forth. So a lot of elbow grease, a lot of cleanup. The first thing I have to do is just familiarize myself with it. I've not looked at it. Oh, and one other thing is I managed to score a almost new looking antenna to go up here, replace the old one that's all broken up. So that was a nice find. So we've got the antenna, got the capacitors. I haven't taken the back off. I don't know what's back here. Bunch of corroded batteries, perhaps. Let's see how that. Not seeing how that comes off. Oh. Yeah. Pretty gnarly in there. I don't know where this has been. I suspect Rick lived part of every year, he and his wife lived part of every year in Mexico, and I suspect he found this at a Mexican flea market somewhere. And probably got it for a good price. So we'll see if we can bring this back to life. I don't know when the last time it played was. I don't know how it looks in here or anything. So it'll be an interesting project. Going to take many weeks, I'm sure, because I have to learn about it as we go. But welcome to the new series. I hope you can hang around and watch. And that's it for this one. I'll see you next time when we start to explore what's inside here. Bye. Be safe.